And up north, down south, out east, and west, New Mexico gets hammered with snow. And this storm isn't done yet. Good afternoon. I'm Kim Baez. It has been quite a storm, bringing snow, rain, and wind. Let's get the latest from meteorologist Mark Ronchetti, who is live in Red River.
Well, good afternoon, Kim, here in Red River. We do have snow on the ground. A few inches has already fallen. We're getting a break from the snow now, but it is sitting out to our west, so we're going to keep things going here. But as you look up on the hillside here, some snow on the ground here. I think the bulk of what's going to fall tonight will fall over the next, say, 6 to 12 hours here. That's kind of the time frame and our heaviest snows that we're expecting, and actually an expanded area of heavier snows, and we'll get to that coming up in a few minutes. But as you take a look at the video here, you can see earlier this afternoon, we had snow kind of hanging around the mountains here, and that was, of course, keeping things a little tricky on the roads. But for the most part, things going okay here in the northern mountains. But later on tonight, it could get a little rough, no question about it. Let's go ahead and get to your maps here, show you what's going on with the radar and what we're expecting across the board here. And we are still dealing with expanded warnings. We still have winter storm warnings across the northern mountains, but now you can see those warnings have now shifted all the way over to Raton. So the I-25 corridor, Raton south through Springer, could get very tricky as well. And down to the south, we also have the possibility of freezes. Yeah, southwestern portions of the state under freeze warnings, and east central sections of the state as well. So it's going to get very, very cold. Here's a look at what's going on. The storm is tracked a little bit farther to the south. So what it's allowing for tonight, and why there's some concern, is that this is going to draw a little more easterly moisture across the state. So areas like, say, the Moreno Valley and points to the east around Raton going to be tricky. We already have snow falling in some of these areas now, and into central sections of the state here. We are still dealing with some snow here as well, some scattered stuff around the Albuquerque area, but most of what we're going to see in Albuquerque is already fallen, and things there starting to back off. Down into south central sections of the state here, we do have rain falling at this hour, and then later on it's going to get very cold in this area of the state as well. As you can see, the Sacramento's getting pretty white with snow as well. 1 to 4 inches of snow remains a possibility there. So Kim, here's what we're looking forward to for tonight. The cold core of this storm is going to roll right over the northern mountains. So we anticipate an area like Red River here, all the way over to Eagle Nest, Cimarron, and Raton going to be the real bullseye points later on tonight for more accumulating snows. We're going to track this snow. We're going to follow it across the northern mountains tonight, and we'll have full details for you. By the way, your full forecast on the way in about 15 minutes.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Now, this storm has caused one school closure for the evening. Western New Mexico University in Gallup is closing at 5 o'clock, so there are no evening classes. Now, Angel Fire wasn't the only place in the state seeing white. Santa Fe got a little more than a dusting of snow in the city, making the capital picture perfect. Despite the snow, traffic was moving pretty smoothly this morning. And here's a look at our Ski Santa Fe cam. You can see the snow was falling pretty hard there, leaving behind several inches there in the mountains. And the storm didn't leave out the south. The village of Ruidoso and Ski Apaches saw some significant snow along with some very high winds. And this is what the town of Grants looked like after the storm. Our pilot reporter Bob Martin got these shots from Sky Ranger just before noon today. Many areas there report as many as 4 inches. Now, despite the winter weather, schools in Grants and Santa Fe went on as scheduled. And snow also fell east of Albuquerque. You can see a good blanket of snow in the Tijeras Canyon area. And Sandia Park residents saw about 2 inches. The metro area did not see significant snow, but we did get drenched with rain. And there was even a spectacular lightning show over parts of Albuquerque. And all that weather caused its fair share of problems. 2 different crashes shut down Interstate 40, one of them about 30 miles east of Grants, the other near Santa Rosa, where a semi-truck rolled. I-40 was shut down in both areas for several hours, but is back open. And that winter storm also caused power outages in Lordsburg after a truck wiped out power poles. There were also several outages in Albuquerque near West Mesa High School, and also some in Farmington. And the snow has made many roads and highways slick, so be sure to call the road condition hotline before heading out. In New Mexico, you can just dial 511. If you're going to be traveling to Arizona or Colorado, call 1-800-432-4269.